Welcome to Cyborg 86. I'm on another road trip in Arizona, and I stopped at this rest area. And look, there's rocks. Today's rides are the SCX-24 based hot rod with four-wheel steer, and the little smart car makes its debut. This is the SCX-24 on the Midget Chassis. The hot rod is running in Jura mud terrain MT tires. I've had pretty good luck with those. Takes me a little bit here to figure out the line. And then once I figure it out, crawls right up. A little crab walk action does the trick. The smart car is running, I think they're 41 millimeter tires, so very tiny. Had to design some custom rims to make them fit. Definitely something unusual. I've had the urge to go smaller. Depending on where I'm trying to run, sometimes I consider smaller better. Just depends where I can make it be a challenge. And here the challenge is too much. So up we go, get a little help, and we'll scoot on up. The hot rod is full of Furitech goodies, but the best part is that Komodo motor spinning. Just loved watching that, watching it crawl. As I mentioned, this is the first time out for the smart car. I've only run it on the bench top. And actually, these shocks are just totally inappropriate. They're oil filled. I've taken all the oil out, but they're just still too stiff, and sometimes they just get stuck. But they definitely don't react quick enough to the movement of the car. So I'm going to be swapping those out. When I'm driving the hot rod, I tend to use the rear steer even when I don't need it. Just feels like I ought to be steering the rear, so I do it all the time. I guess it's good practice. After you do all the upgrades and replace the axles and the chassis and all those things, you end up with a lot of extra parts, particularly the stock electronics. That's what I ended up putting in the smart car. Those tiny little wheels even make the stock motor feel powerful in the smart car. I forget what the wheelbase ended up on this. I'll have to check it when I get home. It's definitely under 100 millimeters. I think mid-90s, maybe 97, something like that. So you know it's going to be a challenge. That's what makes these smaller builds even more fun for me. You got to think a little bit more and plan your route out a little bit better. The car's just not as capable, but I'll tell you, it sure is portable. There's a little overhang under that rock you can't quite see. It's going to catch the right rear and make the left front lift. So I'll reposition and give it a bump, take it on up over. Smarty, the smart car, is going to take one look at that and say, nope. So we're going to take the bunny hill. I named the smart car Smarty, made a tag for it, and I got a driver in there, thinking I'm naming him Marty. So it'll be Marty and Smarty, the smart car. Just look at how eager he is to get up there. He may be small, but he's got a lot of spunk. You might even say panache. Well, before we finish up, Marty's gonna do a drive-by for you, let you get a good look. Happy crawling.
Well, are you happy? Are you feeling alright?